Keep the change.
At 3:07 a.m., Thursday, October 19th, 1927, a cab driver was shot to death. His name was Paul Colonna. Also involved a girl, Edie Lawrence. Edie described herself as a showgirl, although no one could ever remember her giving a public appearance. She was a friend of several top gang leaders, and a bright bit of tinsel in that incredible gaudy spectacle known as the 20s. The detective involved in the case was also a product of the 20s. Harry J. Kramer, detective first grade. I was a product of those times, too. My name is Barney Ruditsky, Gangster Squad, Police Department, City of New York.
Want some coffee, Barney?
Oh, thanks, Captain. I just had breakfast.
Independent cab driver, a machine gun this morning, 89th Street.
Paul Colonna.
Surprise you? He's got a record.
Yeah, but no convictions, you know. He's kept himself pretty clean the last 3 or 4 years.
Your old friend Kramer's checking out the shooting.
Yeah, there's been a lot of pressure from the protection racket boys to organize the independent cab drivers, you know?
I think there's a tie-up between the Myers gang and this shooting. That's why I called you in.
Well, I thought it was to share your coffee.
Look into it.
Sure, I'd like to see Harry anyway. I'll go over and talk to him.
Let me know what you uncover.
All right.
Wouldn't you think after 17 years my wife would learn to make coffee?
Hi, Harry.
Barney, it's been a long time.
Yeah, too long.
What are you doing here?
Colonna case.
Oh, how come?
Well, the protection racket boys trying to organize the independent cab drivers, you know? I figure Maya might have had Colonna knocked off as a lesson to the rest of them.
Maybe. I figured he got rubbed out for crossing somebody.
He's kept himself pretty clean the last 3 or 4 years.
As far as you know.
Any leads?
Not yet.
What was Colonna doing on 89th Street at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, most of the boys keep a record of the pickups, you know. Anything there?
No, he didn't keep a record. I figured Colonna just stepped on somebody's toes, and they stepped back.
A pretty expensive step, the Colonna. Hey, you got a new gun?
A 38 Colt Special.
Beauty. Too expensive for me, though.
I figure it's like a wife. If you're gonna get stuck with her, you better get the right one.
Congratulations. I hope you'll be very happy. How's your mother, Harry?
Oh, I get strong every year. I saw her the day before yesterday.
Tell her Bonnie sends his love. Harry, you think we ought to follow up the Maya lead?
This is my case, Barney.
Well, I know it is, but
If you
I
don't
just...
mind, I'll handle it myself. Look, the exams are coming up. I'm just about set to make the 2nd grade. I kind of like to show this on my record.
Oh, Harry, now, we've known each other too long for you to think I want to steal any of your glory. I just thought I'd handle that end of it, that's all.
I know you do. But it's real important making a record for me, Barney.
Sure. Let me know how you come out.
I will. We'll get together real soon, Barney. I mean social.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry I'm late, Barney.
Jack, sit down. Thanks for coming in on your own time.
Oh, any time, Barney, any time.
Say, you haven't filed your report on the Kelowna case yet, have you?
No, I haven't, but I'll have it in by tonight. Everything happened last night. I'm a father again.
Again? Congratulations. How many is it now?
5, all boys.
You're gonna have to move upstate. Your family's getting too big for the city, huh?
Yeah.
I'll make this as quick as possible, Jack. I don't want to hold you up. How much of the shooting did you see?
Well, I heard the shots, and I barely saw the taillight of the car as I turned the corner.
It's strange, you know, that Kelowna didn't keep a record of his pickups.
Record? Oh, he did. It was a little loose-leaf book he had. It's like the one I bought my oldest son for school.
Oh. Well, I must have missed it on Kramer's DD4.
Well, I turned it in to Kramer. The last pickup was just 20 minutes before he died. Now, I remember that because it was from the Club Savoy, and that used to be my old beat, remember?
Yeah, sure, the Savoy.
That's right. And it was the last thing he had wrote in the book. Lady, Club Savoy. And he never did write down where he dropped her.
And I remember laughing to myself that he'd find a lady at the Club Savoy. Knowing that neighborhood like I do.
Yeah, it gets funnier and funnier. Jack, thanks again, and congratulations on the new edition.
Well, thank you, Barney.
Smokey downstairs?
Huh?
Hi, Smokey.
Hi, Mr. Ruditsky.
Don't get up. Don't get up. I'm here on my own time. You're pretty busy, huh?
Well, ain't much for a doorman to do before it gets dark, Mr. Ruditsky.
You look terrible. You still on the hip?
Oh, no, sir. Not me, Mr. Ruditsky. I wouldn't touch dope. No, not since you got me sent up. Oh, no, sir. I learned my lesson.
Well, I'm not here about that. On or off, I guess you could still use a couple of bucks, huh? Hey, Paul Kelowna picked up a fare in front of the club here last night about 2 o'clock in the morning. A woman.
Yeah? What's she done?
Nothing, as far as I know. I just want to find her.
Okay. You're looking for Edie Lawrence.
Myers, girl?
Yeah, well, I hear she ain't his girl no more. I ain't getting nosy, Mr. Ruditsky, but what's the beef?
Kelowna was machine gunned about an hour after he left here.
I didn't know. I've been sleeping. Look, Mr. Ruditsky, please. I didn't tell you nothing, did I?
No, you told me nothing.
What a sight. Oh, now come in.
Hello, Miss Kramer.
You're all by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe Harry, but he's so busy. You ate, Barney?
Yeah, I ate.
I'll make a cup of tea for me, and you'll have a glass. Come in the kitchen. You don't change, Barney, not at all. You feeling well?
Yeah, I'm keeping well.
You know where the sugar is? Always on the same shelf.
Yeah. You don't see too much of Harry now, do you?
Oh, he comes when he has time. He's always very busy. He's beginning to make good now. But here, you see what he sends me? How he takes care of his mother?
Oh, isn't that a beautiful box?
Oh, you should have seen the neighbors when it was delivered. No one in the whole block has such an icebox.
Oh, I'll bet. I don't see too much of Harry myself lately. Occasionally I run into him with headquarters, you know, but not close like we used to be.
But that's a shame. Such good friends as you are.
Oh, where's he living now?
At 10th and Gary, 2nd floor. Oh, I argued with him. So silly. I'm here an old woman all by myself, but you know, Harry, maybe I'm not fancy enough for him. Anyway, he has a girl now. Do you know who she is?
He told you he has a girl?
He has to tell me. I'm his mother. I was so excited to see you. I all forgot about throwing you in the front room. Here. His master's voice. That's Harry, too. Oh, the first week I had the whole building here. It was a regular circus. Every woman in New York is envying me with such a present. But, you know, I don't know how to play it.
Nice fancy machine. Play it in good health.
Well, you know, Barney, something else. I'm still a mother. I'd rather hear Harry's voice for 5 minutes than this fancy talking machine. You know what I'll do?
What?
I'll cook a regular dinner with a pot roast and my special blintzes, huh? You get Harry and tell him to bring the girl. If she's for him, she's for me, too. Oh, I would love to have it like in the old days.
Yes, so would I, Mrs. Kramer. So would I.
Oh, my kettle.
Mr. Raditsky, if anybody see me cross the street, I gotta get back. We're real busy.
You're gonna get a whole lot busier. Who knocked off Kelowna?
I don't know, Mr. Raditsky. Honest.
You said you didn't know earlier. You know, all right. What, are you holding out for more dough?
No, it ain't that, Mr. Raditsky, honest. I mind my own business. I just don't know nothing.
Smokey, remember the time you spent up the river? Remember the time I yanked you out of that nice, warm, hot joint and slapped you in that cold cell? Remember how you crawled the next day when you couldn't get a fix?
Please, leave me alone, Mr. Raditsky.
I'd hate to think you weren't going to help us anymore, Smokey.
Please, Mr. Raditsky, don't mix me up in this no more. But if I was you, I'd look for a guy brought in from out of town. I think his name's, Mort Siegel.
Siegel? Oh, no, serious. Where's he now?
I swear I don't know. That's the truth.
Siegel drove the gun. Who drove the car?
Look, I told you everything I know. Now, look, Mr. Raditsky, please, don't talk to me here no more. It's getting dangerous.
I want
No,
that...
wait, listen, somebody's got to hear something.
I want that one name, Smokey. Now, who drove the car? Second time up, you know. Could be a real long stretch. Sometimes you forget, throw away the key. I got another idea. I could save the taxpayers a lot of money. What if I were just to walk into the Savoy there across the street and mention how I got some of my information?
Okay, Mr. Raditsky. Find Ted DaCosta.
Okay. Thanks, Smokey. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Raditsky.
Hello. What's the matter, DaCosta? You don't seem very happy to see me.
Well, sure. Sure, I'm happy. What can I do for you?
Well, you can tell me a little about the association.
What's that?
You mean you haven't joined yet? Oh, Maya's not gonna like that.
Oh, you mean the Taximen's Association? Yeah, I joined.
I figure you would. I guess a lot of the boys did after last night, hmm?
What do you mean, Mr.
Oh,
Raditsky?
come on now. You know what I mean. Kelowna wasn't being very cooperative, was he? How much Maya clip you for?
Oh, you mean the dues? 25%.
Pretty expensive protection, huh?
You want me to take you someplace, Mr. Raditsky?
No, just visit. Where were you about 3 o'clock this morning, DaCosta?
I was home in bed. You ask my wife, she'll tell you. Well, go on, Mr. Raditsky. Call her and ask her where I am all night. From 10 o'clock, I'm asleep. She'll tell you.
Yeah, I bet she would. I wonder if we dusted down those windows, we'd find any powder marks. Not too smart for me, huh? You gave him a good washing down already.
Well, I always keep a clean cab, Mr. Raditsky. As a matter of fact, I keep the most clean cab in the whole association.
Very interesting. Very. I was under the impression that you hadn't been keeping too clean lately.
Barney. How are you, Barney? Glad to see you.
I'll bet you are.
Sit down. I know you won't have any drink. How about I get some coffee? Huh?
No, thanks. I hear you've organized the independent cab drivers.
Yeah, I helped them to organize. It's a rough life they got, you know, Barney. I'd kind of like to see them get a break.
Well, that's real generous of you. I bet you gave them a lot of good reasons for joining, too, didn't you?
Hey, nobody has to join, Barney. It's just a service they can take advantage of if they want.
And Kelowna didn't want, huh?
Kelowna. Oh, you mean the guy that had the accident last night? Yeah, I heard about that. That was tough. I didn't know him personally, Barney, but the boys told me that he was kind of hard to get along with. You know, he had plenty of enemies. Hey, don't tell me that you don't think that I had anything to do with that, do you? That's way outside my territory.
But it doesn't hurt your organization here any, does it?
Ah, come on. You can't pin this on me. I got lawyers making 20 times what you make. They tell me the association's legal. Look, Barney, this is the day of big business. You got to organize. You know, you please should learn to help the businessman instead of making things rough.
All right, I'll make things real easy for you. How do I find Edie Lawrence?
Edie? I don't know, Barney. I haven't seen her for quite a while. You know how those things are. I mean, one day it's a big thing, the next day it's cold. You know, I haven't seen her for a long time.
First time I ever heard of you getting rid of a dame when she was still young and in good condition.
Oh, come on, Barney. I don't deserve that lousy reputation.
She was here last night.
Here? You mean here in the club?
Yeah.
Well, what do you know? Hey, I wish somebody told me. Of course, lots of people come here. I guess there were a lot of people here last night, too, but I don't go out front very much, Barney. I spend most of my time right here in this office. Like I told you, Barney, I'm just a businessman. I'll see you around, Barney.
Yeah. Harry here?
No.
Easy, Edie. Oh, it's nice to see that he's so comfortable. And that he's not lonely.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you about a little ride you took last night. The last ride Paul Kelowna ever took.
Who's Kelowna?
The cabbie you put the finger on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, maybe you'll understand me better down at headquarters, huh? Go on, get in there, put some clothes on.
Does Harry know about this?
He'll find out.
Look, you haven't got a thing on me. Why don't you play it smart? Maybe we could,
You try and bribe me, Edie, you're gonna lose some teeth. Now go on, get in there, put some clothes on. I mean it. Get out 6200. Leave the door open. And keep humming. Now, this is Raditsky. Let me talk to Detective Kramer, please. Oh? You say where? No. No, no message. I'll catch up with him. Come on, Edie. Long enough. Chop, chop.
I told you before I'd been drinking. I never could hold my liquor, and I forget what I did. I guess I must have kind of blacked out. Last thing I remember, it was 11 o'clock.
Did you tell Harry you blacked out, or did he tell you?
Look, I want to talk to a lawyer. I don't know what you guys are trying to railroad me for.
Why didn't Maya give you orders to move over to Harry?
I told you, I left Maya a long time ago.
But you were the foot in the door.
What?
If Maya tried to offer Harry a bribe, shove money at him, you know, he'd have beat his face in. So Maya had to use the installment plan. A bribe like you, Harry found hard to refuse. And after he got you, he needed money to keep you. He was stuck. He was hooked. Hello, Rudetsky. He what? Where's he now? Look, when he calls in the station house, ask him to come in, will you? But, don't make it sound important. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going over to jail. It's an interesting development, Willie. Harry just booked Acosta on a murder charge.
That sort of blows a hole in the idea that he's playing ball with Meyer.
Does it? He also shot and killed Mort Siegel for resisting arrest.
I talked to the assistant district attorney. He was pretty mad about my getting him out of bed, but it's all arranged.
Good. I think we ought to get to the papers right away. All right, relax.
Bunny!
Just for the record, whose idea was it, yours or Harry's?
What?
Killing Siegel to eliminate the evidence, then trying to keep your nose clean by arresting Acosta.
Why would I do that?
You got Acosta to cop out on the promise that the charge against him would be dismissed because he was forced at gunpoint.
All right, Barney. So the killer is dead. So justice is served, right?
You know, the way you keep knocking off those gunmen, you're going to have trouble getting people to work for you.
Look, I don't know what got Siegel so mad at Kelowna, but they're both dead, so it's all over. Now, look, Barney, I know how you feel about a bribe. I'm not going to offer you one, but listen. Since you haven't got a prayer proving that I had anything at all to do with this killing, then there's no reason for a bribe. Barney, I want to offer you a present. For friendship.
I haven't got enough on you yet, Maya, but I...
You haven't got a thing on him either. All right, so he was in my office. So he's a police officer doing his job. He's just checking up on me. So what does that prove? Doesn't prove a thing.
No? I'll ask Harry to justify how he can keep that apartment, make those expensive gifts on his salary.
All right, don't be such a dope, Barney. What do you got against Harry?
I'll tell you what. He's my friend. Go ahead, Maya. I'd love a chance to pick.